Hello, welcome to yoga practice today with me, Sarah. Let's get started. Grab your mat and I'll see you there. So let's start today's practice laying down on the back. So we're starting today's practice in Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined bound angle pose. Soles of feet together, knees splay open, palms face up alongside your body. Of course, if this is too intense for your body, you can feel free to bring your knees in and step your feet apart, let your knees knock into touch, or just extend your legs out in a reclined Savasana type of position. Take a moment here to check in with how you feel, scanning your body and noticing any areas of tension. Relax your shoulder blades, feeling really broad in the collarbones. Take your hands onto your belly and rest your hands on the belly to tune into the flow of your breath in and out of your nose and the rising and falling of the belly as you breathe. Giving yourself permission to be fully here and present in this practice today. Take a moment to set your intention for practice. What do you want to cultivate here in this time on your mat? And let that intention help guide the effort you put in. Let's draw the knees in, feeling the heads of your thigh bones, plugging right into the hip sockets and bringing your feet on the floor, hip width distance apart. Stretch your arms overhead, right up alongside the ears. Rooting through the feet, lift the hips and pelvis any amount toward a bridge, lifting the two hip points up and breathing the chest toward the chin. We're going to inhale and exhale, roll down. Let's do that a few times. Inhale, lift up. Engage your gluteals. Exhale, roll down. We're just waking up the spine in this way. Inhale, waving up. And exhale, rolling down. And lightly interlace your hands back behind your head. Extend your feet up toward the ceiling and bring your big toes toward touching. And you're going to floint the feet. So it's like you're pointing the feet but flexing your toes. It's like your feet are Barbie doll feet. If you've ever seen a Barbie doll foot that looks like it's constantly sitting in a high heel, that's what we're going to do. And then keeping your lower back as plugged to the floor as you can, start to bend your knees and touch your toes lightly. And then up and flex your feet, bring your legs towards your body on the inhale. And then exhale, bend the knees, and then point the toes and touch. And then you floint and bring the legs in, flex, and then point the toes and lightly touch. Good, and keep going through that. Inhale, bringing the legs closer. Exhale, bend, trying to keep your lower back on the ground. And we're building a little bit of heat. And point and touch. And then come on up, floint. Start to open, finding that V shape. Then bend the knees and come into a full happy baby, reaching around for the outer feet or the ankles or the shins. Soles of feet face the sky and rock side to side. Massaging out your back. And then release your feet and slowly roll over onto either side and press your way up into a cross-legged seat. I'll see you there. Arriving up to sit, taking your hands on the knees, sit up really tall, and then sweep the arms out and up on the inhale. Give the palms a press, and then exhale, bring the hands down right through heart center. And we're going to roll over the knees and make our way into a tabletop position. Start to rock the hips forward and back. So with toes tucked under, start to inhale, spread the chest forward, and exhale, press back. Hips to heels. And inhale, waving forward, broad chest. Exhale, press back, tented fingers. Now when you inhale next, slide your right foot through, right between your hands. Right knee is over the heel. Now start to come on up, bringing your torso pretty up. Inhale, palms up like wings, and then exhale, palms down. Inhale up, exhale, let them float down. Inhale up. Exhale, let them float down. Then thumbs up, sweep the arms overhead. For your inhale, back bend, crescent lunge, look up. Exhale, draw your belly in. Release your hands to frame that front foot. Now lift your left knee, spin your left heel down, and slowly come on up into warrior one. So in warrior one, you root through that outer left foot, and then that right thigh bone wraps right into the hip. And then we're going to inhale, straighten the front leg, reach the arms up with the palms facing the floor. Just see how far up you can lift your hands. And then as you exhale, let the arms come down. Inhale, floating up. Exhale, arms come down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Now inhale, reach your arms up, thumbs up, palms face each other. Exhale, drop your knee. Warrior one. Nice strong. Four corners of both feet onto the floor. And then start to reach forward, press through the right foot, take a big step forward, grab your elbows, use your hands on the elbows to lift up and sway side to side, opening up through the side ribs and breathing through the nose. And when you come back to center, let the arms come down, bend your knees quite a bit, start to fold into Uttanasana, just standing forward fold where we're going to let the head hang. Take your hands behind your calves and bend your knees as much as you need to melt your belly on the thighs. And then let's inhale, lift up the belly, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, plant the palms, and take a big step back to downward facing dog. In downward dog, you can always peek forward and see that your first fingers are about parallel. The fingers are spread really wide. The underarms are hovering up into the body, and your lower ribs are nestling in toward the belly button. It's always nice to pedal your feet at first and wake up the backs of your legs, and then gently flow toward a plank. Bring your knees down to modify. Hug your elbows in toward your ribs and come all the way down onto the belly. And then take your feet flat, drag your palms toward your hips on the inhale, little cobra back bend, looking up. Exhale, lower your heart, tuck your toes, press back into child's pose, hips to heels. And we'll do that flow on the inhale to glide the chest through. And then exhale, pressing back. Inhale, waving through the crown. And exhale, pressing back. And then 10 fingers, slide that left foot through right between your hands. Left knee is over the heel. Keep the back toes tucked and come on upright. Let your tailbone drop down. And then take your fingertips down. Now, when you inhale to bring the arms up, you'll notice the arm bones, they kind of stop. And they're kind of constricted by the clavicle bones. So we're just seeing how far up we can lift those palms. And then exhale, slowly lower down. Then inhale, floating up. And then exhale, down. One more time, inhale, floating up. Exhale, down. Now you sweep your arms forward. And this time they can really float all the way up. And you come into a little back bend as you gaze up on the inhale, reaching up through the fingers. Exhale, hands frame the front foot and lift your right thigh. Spin your right heel down and anchoring through both feet will come on up into warrior one legs. So if you're feeling a little more tight in your pelvis and in your hips, you can step the feet a little closer together. If you feel more open, the heels can be further apart. It's about heel to heel alignment, or even a little wider than that. So your pelvis has a lot of room. The femurs feel nice and secure in the hips. Now on your inhale, straighten the front leg, float up. Same arm exercise. Exhale down. Inhale, drift up, root through the right heel. Exhale, just like wings. Inhale, float up. Exhale down. Now sweep the arms forward, thumbs up. All the way up, straighten that front leg. Then bend the knee, left knee over the heel, warrior one. Start to wrap that left thigh bone into the hip and reach forward. Press through that left foot, take a big step forward, Utkatasana, fierce pose. Sending the sitting bones back, nose over navel. Grab the opposite elbow and stand on up and sway side to side. Soft toes. And coming back to center, bend your knees, start to let the arms drape down and slowly fold. And slide your hands back behind your calves. Let your head go. Take an inhale through your nose. Exhale, let it out. Now we're going to heel toe the feet about mat width distance and turn your toes out and start to drop down into a squat. Now, if a squat is too intense on your knees, please feel free to just meet me in a cross-legged seat. You're coming down into this yogic squat with Anjali Mudra, hands at heart center. Bring your thumbs to the center of the chest, and as you drop your tail, lift your chest, gaze up. And we'll inhale there. When you exhale, press the legs straight, release your hands to the ground, turn your heels out and your toes in, and fold and hang. Now take your left hand to the outside of your right ankle or calf or shin. So you can either have the hand closer toward the heel or closer up toward the knee joint, depending on how you feel. And let your head hang. Bring your right hand around. You can swipe it around into the left hip crease, or just let it right hand rest on your back. And you're hanging your left ear toward the bicep. And as you hang, you're subtly pulling that left elbow away from the right hip. And one more inhale. And exhale, release. Take your hands on the front of your ankles. On the inhale, lift up halfway, look forward. Exhale, fold, and wrap that right hand around toward the outer left ankle or shin. I never know whether or not to say shin or calf when I do this. I don't know why. And then slide your left hand around, reaching your fingertips around toward that right hip crease and hang. And it's a draping twist. Right rib moving toward left rib, peeking at your left hip and moving your right elbow tip away from your left hip crease for a breath or so. One more inhale. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your palms right in between your big toes, and then we'll take a big step back into downward dog. Then go ahead and come forward into plank, bring your knees down, swing your ankles underneath. Let's make our way into Dandasana. If you watch my videos, you might notice that the apple press that's usually in the corner is missing. It's because Ryan, my husband, took it to do an apple cidering workshop today. So maybe it'll be back. Maybe we'll move it somewhere over there. Let me know in the comments if you want me to put it back, or if you prefer more of an open white wall. Maybe I'll get a plant or something there. Anyway, bring your big toes to touch. Lift your knees up, and let's just open the arms out and reach your fingertips away. Let's inhale, and then exhale. We're going to wrap either arm on top and hug in and come back. And then inhale, open. And try to move. I always try to move here so I don't rustle that microphone. Exhale, belly in. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Now bring the palms to press in front of your heart and keep the palms pressing as you reach up. Biceps hugging in. And we're going to inhale, press through the pinky sides of the hands. And then we're going to exhale, start to make your way down onto your back. And so we arrive on the back, letting the floor support your back body, palms facing up. Relax your jaw. Let your head roll from side to side. Let's bring our heels a little closer together and draw your right knee in toward your side waist. Give it a gentle pull. Paumukhatasana, nice lower back digestion support position. Nice and gentle. And then slide that right leg out straight. Reach your arms overhead. For an inhale, exhale, gently hug that left knee in and give it a little pull. Right thigh bone dropping down. And then inhale, extend out. And then exhale, hug both knees in and curl into a ball, knees to chin to knees. Big full inhale. Exhale, release everything into your Savasana today. So I'm going to take that Savasana with actually in a constructive rest position with feet mat width distance and hands on the belly. If you want to let your legs extend out, you could do that as well. So close your eyes and let go of effort. Let go of gripping in the joints and imagine a lot of freedom and space flowing through all the joints. If there's any area of the body that's been causing any discomfort, any pain for you, imagine that area overflowing with the light of your own awareness. Imagine that area surrounded by light and warmth, maybe a color. And when you breathe, when you inhale through your nose, that color, that light gets a little brighter and expands. And when you exhale, that light, that color disperses through the whole body equally. So kind of work with that visualization, if you will. Maybe it's through the whole body that you think of that inhale, that light expanding. Like if you have a wood stove fire and you use the little device to fan air on it. When you inhale, that warmth, that light expands. And when you exhale, it just disperses through the whole body. You can stay as long as you want in that visualization. When you're ready, you can windshield wiper your knees a few times. Remembering your intention and coming into your gratitude practice for today. What do you want to cultivate here in this time, in your body, in your energy field? Hug your knees in, inviting compassion and tenderness for exactly where you're at. Cross either ankle on top and roll to either side where you can pause before slowly meeting in a cross-legged seat, and I will see you there. Here we are again, sitting upright, sitting tall. Take a shoulder roll and glide the shoulders down the back. And take your hands together, pressing the palms together, thanking yourself for showing up today. And I am wishing you joy, peace, health, strength, courage, and trust on the journey. Namaste. I'm very grateful for your presence in my YouTube yoga community. And I hope you'll continue to practice. Keep it up. Like, share, subscribe. Hit that super thanks button and support my channel. That would be amazing. Okay, I'll see you next time. Take care.